Okay, so you didn't get to see his face. He's a trader in is it business of laughter or laughter business?
Laughter business.
Okay, thank you, Shaz answered. So he's a trader, but he trades in laughter. He is from Imo State. His name is Chidi Uzoma. And you know, they like to do this thing where they will step out. If you don't introduce them very well, they will step out and tell you to introduce them well. Then they will now come here and then expect everybody to jump up on their seat and clap for them. Okay, but he says his stage name is Baba Di Baba. Please join us to watch Baba Di Baba.
Good morning.
We're the ones that are supposed to be laughing, not you.
Okay.
You're the one we want to buy laughter.
No, I need to be happy too. No, because we've taken a serious risk in this country. So I have to manage your risk. You have to manage your risk. Last year we took a risk now. We took a serious risk during the elections. Now we are seeing, so we are trying to manage the risk by myself. So I cannot kill myself. I have to be happy. That is risk management.
Okay.
In case you don't understand what that man just taught to people, I just explained.
You just explained.
I just explained it.
Thank you.
But that case, that means we take risks every day now.
Being a Nigerian is a risk.
Please explain.
For you to be a Nigerian alone, for instance, a friend of mine called me from South Africa, so we were doing Skype. So we're talking, then the light just went off. And I told him, excuse me, let me just switch off my appliances. The guy said, how do you mean? I said, NEPA don't take light. He said, you mean they take light as the light went off? It was strange. I said, they take it. He said he has been in South Africa for like 15 years. Light has not gone off. And I was surprised. You mean transformer no they blow? Or they will fall?
It's not the same transformer as they use it.
Snake not they wrap around the
you understand?
installation.
Or cars don't fail break and hit pole. Because in Nigeria, no matter what happens, light must go off. And that transformer blow, rain fall too much, they will off. Like what thing happened? The rain is too much.
The rain not fall.
Rain not fall. I say, son, transformer is overheating. Something must make them off the light. If nothing happens, one car must fail break. You hear that one pole don't fall.
Oh God, poor
Did
NEPA.
you set out to become a comedian?
Actually, I wanted to be an actor. You know, this industry, your hustle, you know, work. Something else will just click. You know, see, it's risk. You have to take it. But actually, I wanted to be an actor, but a comic actor, because I used to be a drama member during the time when I was a Mountain of Fire, when I was in primary school. So I was the best actor in church. If you like, mask me. It got to a stage that they were envying me. That my leader had to start giving me roles to play evil spirit role. They will mask me. But when I say enter, they will scream, Chidi! So it has always been there. So I wanted to go into movies. So I tried going for auditions. I was duped. Those ones you will buy form, you pass the audition, they will tell you to come. You go for seminar. They start taking you for seminar. It's not the seminar I buy the audition I want to act. So in the process, it didn't work out. Since the whole idea was to make people laugh, then I went into stand-up comedy, and it has been good.
It has been good.
God has been faithful, even in the risk.
So
you took a risk.
The risk, yes, the risk is paying off because we are managing it.
You're managing the risk.
Yes. So.
Hello, did you see that he was walking with a spring in his step, as in like someone who was going somewhere when he was
That's
walking?
confidence.
Yes.
That's confidence.
So what has the business been like for you since you began to manage this risk well?
It's been financially rewarding. At least I can, I can pay bills. It is sad to pay bills you don't consume. Like paying NEPA bill, no lights. We're paying. It's not a good something. But having a job that can pay for what you did not use.
Chidi, please leave NEPA alone today.
No. We have to let them know. So in case they allocate the budget, so they can start buying transformers that rain cannot spoil. It's a serious issue.
How was your first experience on stage as a stand-up comedian?
Okay, my first experience was Okay, the first stand-up comedy show I did was, I think, a Bengade and Cash show. So that day, he told me that the show was going to start for 4, so I got there at 12.
Why? Were you afraid?
No, I wasn't afraid because, so that he can consider me, because I knew there would have been other people. There would be other people that he may end up not using me. So I got there 12. No, for a 4 o'clock show. And the show didn't even start for that 4, it started for 6.
Oh, God.
I was there, other comedians would come, they would allow them perform. They ended up not even using me. So after the show, I told him that I must touch this microphone. So before they switched off the system, I went and performed to the hall.
The hall was not empty.
The hall was empty. There was nobody in the hall. So when I came out, people outside were like, "Man, you're funny, oh." They were actually outside listening to the jokes. So that was the passion was there. And ever since then, God has been faithful.
You performed to an empty hall.
Yes.
But you were still satisfied.
I was satisfied. The aim was to make people happy. When you go into something you love doing, you don't go into it because of money. I never had intention of making money. At the point I was paying to perform. You pay.
Paying?
Yes. If my uncle sent me on an errand, I will make sure I try to economize, make sure money comes out. So we go to a club, we pay to perform. The whole joy was that I made people happy today. You come back home and people, they laugh. I made them laugh. That was it.
But your pocket empty.
My pocket empty. Sometimes I'll go home trekking. I'll trek home. Sometimes you'll be robbed. You'll be beaten by area boys. But the joy, as at that time, was that I made people happy.
No, have you settled with your uncle?
My uncle.
The one that was sending you on air and that you make sure some money comes out so that you can use it.
He's even happy for me now. That boy is my boy, trade you. He trained me. And so, if you go through anything, once there is success, everybody will become your friend. That is it. Okay,
but have you refunded some of those money? If not,
somehow, at least I pay his children's fee, not everything. They come for holiday. So when I give them transport, it's from their father's money.
Now, there are so many comedians out there now.
Yeah.
Some big, really big, some just coming up, but everyone jostling for space. How do you make yourself stand out so that you become the preferred comedian for events?
Okay, the major issue of standing out now is a serious issue right now. And I think it was spoiled by the so-called big names. Standing out means you're original.